Everything all right?
Sean has located a second power source. I've asked Rebecca to charter a flight for us.
Where to?
Brazil.
You there, Rebecca?
Bad reception. Can you hear me?
Well, glad to see that's working. Guess I'll try you back when I'm topside.
And we're back with more Assassin's Creed 3. After a hiatus due to save file being deleted, and yeah, I just didn't want to play up to it, so it was almost cancelled, but then I found that I was sort of close to where we were in another save file, so like the past day I've been playing up back to this point. But here we are, more Desmond. Beautiful.
You copy now?
Loud and clear.
What's the plan?
According to our intel, the power source is being worn as a bracelet by some tycoon's trophy wife. We're working on pinpointing her location, but she's most likely inside a VIP booth on the stadium's upper level. I'll update you when I know more.
Now to find a ticket.
We don't have time to play nice. Steal someone else's.
Bit of a dick move, don't you think?
Well, I guess you could try and sneak past security instead.
So yeah, if you couldn't already tell, we have kind of a stealth section on our hands. In the real world. You know. Because everyone loves to play without HUDs and stuff like that. For some reason, even though like they go for the, hey, the Animus shows you your health and like other stuff like that, it still shows like the caution, like they know that you're there, or they're alert. So I don't know. They pick and choose what they actually show and what they don't. They won't show when you have to counter, though, if you end up fighting them. Which, I don't know. It's really selective, and I don't entirely understand it. Another thing it doesn't show is if you're actually in a crowd. They just sort of stop looking at you. And you just gotta sort of gauge whether or not they're looking at you by the alert things that they have. So... which isn't that hard to do, but it's kind of like, eh. Anyway, so, I mean, this is how all Brazil stadiums for sports are, as you all know. Looks like it's a fight. Not football. But yeah, people just hang out and make out near bathrooms and, like, just crowd into the hallways so they can't actually see the fight.
Shit. Another checkpoint.
You're gonna have to find another way around. Security's too tight.
And just let people walk in the back near the generators, that's fine too. No one notices, including if you run. I don't know. I guess it's the whole thing that people don't really like see things, or if they see something that's out of the ordinary, they just sort of ignore it. Because I mean, someone doing acrobatic stunts is kind of weird outside like France. But yeah, at least this is a short section. Like, we're basically done with the stealth here. Since they don't really give objective markers either in the real world, you don't know that you actually have to knock out this guard in the hallway. At the end of the hall is a dude who's standing in a doorway, and he'll only move out of the way when this guy is knocked out. I don't know why. But it took me a while to remember. I'm just gonna stand awkwardly in this group of 3 people who are still talking around me. And since that guy saw me, he sort of takes a while to get over it, but yeah, screw it. And no one really cares that I just, like, choked this guy out. And there you go, the guy moves over to the side for no reason. And, well, that's all the stealth, really.
You're really close now. The power
Now we just
source
gotta go
is
get the
one
bracelet thing.
here.
Once again, I don't know how no one sees this. I mean, I guess they're all focused really on the fight. And all these people are just drunk. I like how that guy has the same drunk animation as the drunk guys from, the Revolution.
Hurry, Desmond.
Alright.
If he gets away with the artifact, we're screwed. You can't let that happen.
So, I think the guards do have guns in this level. Well, I say level, this section. I don't know if you can actually do the whole, like, protect with the body thing for the bullets. I haven't really tried, because I haven't really been shot at. So yeah, now it's time to fight without any HUD at all. And you just gotta know when to counter. This is a bitch and a half if you're not used to only countering by visuals. Which, as this was my first Ass Creed, I wasn't. I was only used to pressing B when I saw the little thing that told me to. So for Cross, you actually have, like, you can't just counter him. You gotta keep breaking his defense and then punching him a bit. So he's longer. And it's kind of annoying. And Jesus Christ! Why can't Connor do any of that? Connor does like a judo kick or something. I don't know. And we're all just climbing over these pots. And he got a combo off on me, which doesn't really help me. Ouch. There we go. That's the Connor thing I know and love. Just gonna hide in these bushes.
Better move. Okay, head for the metro. I'll hold the train for you.
Which way is that? Yeah, so those guys shoot, but I don't think you can use a body. Get out of my way. Yep, so that's basically all of Desmond. You just gotta go back to the subway, and there's some guards. But they're really easy to avoid if you know which way you're actually supposed to be going. And here we are. Just gotta go through the little thing here. Oh god, they're just shooting into the crowd. They don't even care.
We can get back to Connor whenever you're ready, Desmond. Unless you want to plug in the power source first. Up to you.
Let's go back to Connor.
Oh, look at that. I found a third power source.
Already?
It popped up in an earlier search, but I've only just managed to confirm it.
Where?
There's a museum in Cairo with one on display.
I guess Connor will have to wait.
No, you stay. We need to find that key, and time is running out. I'll make the trip.
What about Cross?
Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back soon.
Ready when you are, Desmond.
Winter approaches. The air is still and sharp with grim expectation. The others sense it too and go about their work with uncommon urgency. I would like to help them, but more pressing matters now demand my attention. The Templars have targeted George Washington directly, and will not rest until he is dead. I had hoped to shield him from this knowledge, but Thomas Hickey ended any hope I had of staying silent. And so I have resolved to share everything I know of the Templars and their plots, of who I really am. Achilles finds fault in this, and we argue every day. But there is simply too much now at stake to maintain restraint.
Don't do this, Connor.
Then what would you propose we do? Sit and watch while the Templars take control? We are sworn to stop them, or have you forgotten?
Assassins are meant to be quiet, precise. We do not go announcing conspiracies from the rooftops to all who pass by.
Who are you to lecture anyone? You locked yourself away in this crumbling heap and gave up on the Brotherhood entirely. Since the day I arrived, you've done nothing but discourage me. And on the rare occasions you've chosen to help, you've done so little, you may as well have done nothing at all.
How dare you!
Then tell me, on whose watch did the Brotherhood falter? Whose inaction allowed the Templar Order to grow so large that it now controls an entire nation?
If I sought to dissuade you, it was because you knew nothing. If I was reluctant to contribute, it was because you were naive. 1,000 times you would have died and taken God knows how many with you. Let me tell you something, Connor. Life is not a fairy tale, and there are no happy endings.
No. Not when men like you are left in charge.
In your haste to save the world, boy, take care you don't destroy it. Ha!
So if you're wondering about the costume, if you collect every single freaking feather in the game, you get his original costume from when he was, you know, at the with the other Native Americans. So yeah, let's just do all the liberation missions now that we have full access to New York. Yep, so the first set in, what is it, East? I think it's East. Yeah. So you stop an execution.
I've been waiting too long.
This one's the annoying one. So basically, this guy gives you a piece of paper and you gotta reverse pickpocket it into some dude's pocket. Not entirely sure why. He's not very good at, like, explaining it or anything, and because I didn't talk to the, like, the rebellion leader, so I don't know why he's expecting me, but whatever. I mean, the easiest way to do this is just to fast walk up to him and just hope and pray he doesn't see you. Because once he sees you, there's this weird glitch thing in which he'll, like, if you walk too close behind him, even if you're just walking and he lost sight of you, he will freak out and just always turn around. So in this one, you just gotta take care of the 4 dudes with the little red dots over their head. And then the actual soldier will spill his guts. Well, after he's done doing his, like, prerequisite animations for searching and stuff like that. There we go.
Where is your leader?
You'll never get to him. He's surrounded
All
by
3 of them
twice
are
as many men,
basically like
twice as
this.
tough as this lot.
I don't think there's any difference in between them. They might have a couple, like, recorded lines and stuff like that, but I don't know. I didn't see the worth in showing all 3. So anyway, let's get on to the actual mission.
We were just discussing the result of your work. It seems these military men are after you.
I have caught their attention.
It does make our goals harder to achieve. The man we're after has gone into hiding, protected by his soldiers.
We fight our way in then.
Not possible, even for a man of your abilities. But I have another, less conventional idea. You will be our prisoner, and we shall present you for the bounty.
Huh, sounds like a new ability. Well, I guess we gotta make our way over there, because I didn't cut this out for some reason. I don't know. But yeah. I'm doing the liberation missions before going and getting the chests, if you see them on the mini-map, just because by completing an entire set of missions for a certain region in each of the cities gets you the key to every single chest, minus the ones that are in forts, because the forts are something entirely on their own. So, yeah. I thought it'd just be easier to sweep them up later, which I actually did right after I finished recording all these missions. I got every chest, every feather. I'm not doing any of the almanac pages because there's really no point at all. You don't get anything. At least the feathers, you got this dumb costume. The only way this costume would... The costume would have been better if it made you, like, young Connor again. You know, complete reskin instead of just awkwardly wearing your teenage clothes as a muscular adult. Connor's pretty big. Like, scary big. I don't know if it's just the weird perspective they have for this game. But yeah. We can call our assassin brethren, and they will come dressed up and surround us. I actually called 2 groups. It's usually 2 at a time, but I just called them all. They actually do arrange themselves, though, so it's not awkwardly, like, bumping into each other. So basically, anytime you see a group of soldiers, like, in front of a hall, an alleyway or something, you can use this, but there's really no point at all, besides right now. Just like most of these things. I think I've only really used one that we haven't gotten yet. I think it's the next one we get, though. Also, if you get too far outside them, then they freak out. We got too close, so now we're gonna have to fight a bunch of people. Which is fine, because we got... Oh, 2 of them are already knocked out. Never mind. But yeah. I've taken out more people before. I've also been using rope darts a lot more in the playthrough. I don't know, they just... It seems like an easy kill. And there's actually, like, a double kill animation for it. In which you, like, use one dart on one person and, like, stab them in the throat and it kills them. That kind of cool stuff. Also, tell me what is up with this cutscene coming up. I'm not entirely sure why any of this happens.
That man, he thought what he was doing was right.
He did, as do his brothers.
Who was he really?
There are powerful organizations who seek control, nothing more. This man belonged to one.
It does not surprise me. I don't know who you are, but if you should need my help, I am happy to give it.
Yeah, both their like facial animations died, including their lip sync. And Connor's hair turned into this like plasticky just dome. Also, I'm going to buy the double barrel pistol. So now we have 2 shots. Just getting that out of the way. It's available once you beat that last sequence.
Mister, please.
Anyway, so now we're in North Boston. This is North Boston. Not Boston, New York. So the first thing is, there's like these farmers, and you basically gotta play defense. There'll be like 1 or 2 waves of soldiers, and you just gotta kill them all, and make sure that this guy doesn't take all the damage, which is incredibly hard to do, because he's got a giant health bar. Especially when you have a double barrel pistol. 1 kill. Basically 2 automatic kills for these normal soldiers, and I think it completely kills the big dudes if you shoot them with both shots. Also, I think it reloads in the same amount of time as the pistol, like the single shot, or if it loads longer, it doesn't load as long as it would if you fired and then reloaded and then fired. So regardless, you might as well just take the double barrel pistol. The only thing the duck foot is good for is shooting multiple targets, which normally it only really shoots 2, if anything. So you might as well just consistently get 2 shots by having the double barrel pistol. The later upgrade makes it even better, but we'll get to that next. That'll be in the next part. Because we got to do all the roundup before we can go to the next sequence, because that's how I decided to play this game. Make it really freaking boring. So for this one, you got to beat up these guys at the stand for the children. So you actually have to use your fist. I think you fail if you actually kill them. Which I don't think it says beat him up, but I don't... That doesn't always imply to me that you have to use your fists. Last thing in the North District is you gotta stop these guys, which is as easy as killing all of them. Which is really fun to do this way. Bam. That dad over there would help fight, but I mean, your hidden blades and your double barrel pistol are so much better than his fists.
While you were putting a stop to this madness, I was sniffing out who's responsible.
His tactics are familiar to me.
Is that right? Well, don't know who the man is, but he's not for Patriots nor British. He's got a fortified camp built around the main water supply in the area. All the seized crops, all the meat, everything is being moved there, then resold at dizzying prices.
How do we get in?
I got some local men ready to get in on the fight.
Yep. So this one isn't as far away as the last one. And this is the assassin ability I was talking about. So it's going to come up, but it's called Lure. And basically, you highlight a target, and then then basically one of your assassins pickpockets them, and you get all the stuff in their pockets. Like money, bullets, all that. You get it instantly. And it also distracts them for the longest freaking time, meaning it's really easy to actually, like, sneak up on people and stab them. I really only used it in the fort missions, but still, it's a lot. It's like the only useful one besides the straight, just stab this man for me. And here we go. Lure. It's basically a thief thing. Also, I'm glad that cutscene didn't freak out and just had the mumble and Connor's hair just disappear besides, like, a plastic cap. So here we go. This is what it does. Yep. And she runs off, making it so we can run up and stab him. Usually they chase him, but... yeah. And he's so distracted he didn't see me fall in the water after stabbing a dude. So, this would be relatively easy if I wasn't trying to be so sneaky. Honestly, right now I could have run up on this thing and stabbed that dude and then went over and stabbed the actual guy I had to stab, but I'm trying to do this with as many lures as possible. I don't know why. And I should have stopped at the corner and taken a breath, but oh well. This is cooler. Well, let's do this. No, don't do that. And all you have to do is kill this guy, so into the water.
He was a madman?
Not mad. Beguiled by a set of dangerous but attractive ideals.
Is that right? And who exactly are you?
Someone who seeks to relieve men like him of their power.
And after seeing what you can do, I leave it at that. But if you ever need an extra blade, I'll stand by you.
Oh yes! Motherfucking pig. Look at this animation. Bam. Love pigs. Alright, so now we're in the West District, where we gotta burn smallpox blankets.
Why you gotta go off and do that?
This is probably the quickest and smallest district, so it's not actually that bad. It's also got the easiest tasks, because honestly, you just have to run up and burn those blankets. This is the only task that'll take any time at all, and it's just walking a couple people over to dots. The only issue is, if you run into soldiers, they're huge dicks about it. This man is sick! Let me save him! Cool. I think it's obvious why I left this taken instead. Also, you actually have to drop them on the bed, or else it doesn't count. It's not just an area of effect a thing. You gotta get it on the bed. There we go. And the last thing I have to do is pop a dog in the head. It's okay, it's rabid.
About time you showed up.
What are you doing?
I mean to start my inoculations. It's the most effective way to prevent the disease.
Not to worry. Pity people are so damn stupid. Hey, Connor. What's wrong with you?
An attack is coming. Are you ready for a fight?
Always. You tell me where you want me and I'll make sure not a single man gets through.
I'm glad we got that guy on the cart's input with, oh man, I wish I could fight, but I'm getting my immunization shot things, inoculations or whatever. Anyway, so this one's kind of cool, and it's cool to screw around with, but it's not really useful. So basically, you walk up to an area, you press the button, and then if any soldiers come in, there's a delay before the assassins come and kill everyone that's in there. It's not really, it doesn't really work for this area right here. It might have worked if I layered them, like put 3 on one spot, but no one comes in from the back. This is just a red herring, which is really depressing because I spend a lot of time waiting for someone to come in the back. But yep, now we just wait, and there's an ambush for some reason. I guess they feel like they need people to die of illness. So I don't get this guy's character, because if you actually talk to him, like, when he's tending to patients, he's kind of a dick. But then he's, like, really, like, he's kind of a cool dude when you see him in that cutscene. I don't know if he's just kind of happy that you helped him and stuff. It's almost jovial. It's weird. That's there. Guess I'll repair this one. Nope. I'm gonna put one here because obviously they're gonna come in from the back this time. Oh, that guy's doing the splits. One nice thing that's been happening in this playthrough is every single glitch under the sun has happened. Everything that could ever happen in this game has happened. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so it basically gets to the point where it's like, once I have all 6 of assassins that I can use, it basically becomes, oh, I'm in a fight, I'm going to press the left bumper button like 6 times and just get everyone there to kill everyone for me. That, or I just shoot them. Because basically, once you get past this point, you're a tank. As is shown. It gets even better with that upgrade I was talking about a bit earlier, but like I said, we'll see that in the next part. But for now, the cutscene didn't load, so I'm gonna loot these guys, and then it doesn't load, and I actually had to restart my console? I don't know why.
The assassins have long since branched out across the globe. The colonies are no exception. The man you killed was a Templar.
And here I was thinking you were helping me. I must say, I'm honored. If you ever need my help again, don't hesitate.
Cool. Well, that's all the liberation missions in this game. We are finally freaking done. I will see you next time with Homestead.